Happy Friday.
Okay, happy Friday. Ay, ay, ay. All right. Welcome, everyone. We are going to be talking about My Big Fat Fabulous Life, Season 8, Episode 12. Whitney Gets Her Groove Back. As you enter the room, please don't forget to give us a like. All right, we're coming to the end of this season. And basically, this is Whitney re-signing her lease, getting Buddy to stay with her. So for the next 7 months, she's going to be in Greensboro. She's made up with Ryan. And she dropped the bomb last week. She's exploring weight loss surgery. So this week, she's going to be doing some research. Her brother's going to come over and do the consult with her, with the doctor. She goes, visits people back in Greensboro. She's checking out new spaces with Ryan. Like she's trying to move this along and make
hmm
the best of the situation that she has, you know. Anything outstanding in this episode for you?
Nothing outstanding. I will say, I'm glad she's doing her research.
Mm-hmm.
She's looking at all options. She did a good job researching the surgery, what goes into it, the statistics. So I like that. My main issue is this. It's that she allowed her breakup with Chase to shake her this much. Like your resolve, I would think, based on previous seasons, I've seen clips of like you seem to be confident. You seem to have a good resolve about you.
Mm-hmm.
And this one breakup shakes your resolve. Because the reason why I'm saying this kind of cavalierly and it may come off as a little bit insensitive, but my thing is that you guys didn't really know each other that long, and your whole friend group and your family said the same thing. So it's
Mm-hmm.
very hard for me to have any sympathy for her in this situation. It just really is.
I think the reason why it shook her this hard was because my doctor said this to me. Once I hit 35, they always start sliding in. Well, you're at a particular age.
Oh,
That tick, 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 boom. That
hmm,
maternal clock is running out.
gotcha.
It's getting softer. So I think she felt like she was one step closer to achieving a normal life, which in her head is what her parents have: a
Hmm,
loving marriage and children.
got it.
So it didn't matter that she knew this man or not, that she was rushing it or not, that everybody was telling her to slow down, you don't know him. It it didn't matter because that fading tick 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 and achieving what everybody else has or what she considers her ideal, which would be Glenn and Babs, that's what she was hearing above everything else. And when it all fell in, it's like you've lost all hope, everything
Okay.
you aspired to.
Hmm.
And, you feel like you're not worth it. What have you done in your life? You're inadequate as a woman. Like all of these things could be crashing in on her at the same time.
And
And I can that in that those terms, I
you,
can understand why it
yes.
impacted her so much. A
Do you
lot of
think?
things swirling in her
I
head.
have a question. Do you think that now when you come from that perspective, I get it. I understand it. So thank you for that. Do you think the fact that she, in her mind she's overweight, do you think that exacerbated, let's say, her mental state? Because she's saying, like, is she telling herself he left me because I'm fat? If I weren't fat, I would have everything I ever wanted. Is that the mindset? Is that where she is? 'Cause based on what I've seen combined with your insight just now, I
Mhm.
have the feeling that's where she's at, and that's why she's taking this so hard.
Okay. If it were anybody else, I would take that into account. But Whitney is a girl that has had positive body image throughout
Hmm.
this entire franchise.
Mhm.
She's also a girl that likes to have excuses.
Mm.
And I think she's pulling the would my life be easier if I wasn't this big excuse? Because he did not leave her because she was fat. He left her because he cheated. That could happen to anybody. I'm
Right.
sorry.
Like exactly. Now that you said, like, you have to think about it. Dudes were cheating on Halle Berry, so ma'am, it's not just you. It's not
Yes.
just you. I mean, come on now. Wasn't men out there cheating on J Lo? Ma'am, it's not you.
We've
Beyonce,
all been cheated on, you
Beyonce
know?
allegedly got cheated on.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
so it's ma'am, it's not just you. It's not that you're fat.
And he
My
never said that.
right. My thing with her is this: what drives men away is the perceived desperation. Like if a woman seems really, really desperate, it's just like, whoa, that's a lot. It's a bit much. I can't handle it. Yeah, it's a deterrent.
Quite honestly, whether he had that baby or not, they would have broken up.
Mhm.
Why? Because they weren't a good match. They weren't
Mm-mm.
on the same path. They didn't communicate. And she was bossy. And he wanted to strike out and do something for himself, but she wanted to incorporate him in what she was doing. Like their gears were not meshing. The gears were just
Mhm.
like this. So they would have broken up anyway. I
Right. The
think
bit.
he found somebody who connected with him emotionally and gave him what he needed, which was to be a man.
Mhm.
I don't think Whitney was capable of doing that with him.
Now, do I think he was a clout chaser? Yes,
Oh,
but
yeah, 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 yeah.
that still doesn't take away from the fact that she just nagged him until he couldn't take it no more.
Yeah,
And
like
now, and if you look at it now, she's doing the same thing with Buddy.
yeah, like
The same
again,
thing.
this goes back to what I was saying. You have to be absorbed into what's going on with her. There's no 50-50. There's no allowing you to go and do what you want to do as her partner. Like Buddy's trying to go to school. Do you ever hear her say, Buddy, have you done your homework? Have you done your classes today? No. Buddy, go get me a salad.
And brings me in the bed. That killed me.
You see what I mean?
Mhm.
She doesn't know how to have an equal and sharing relationship.
Agreed.
Everything must be centered on her.
Yeah,
And it's not healthy.
exactly. I mean, I'm all for you talking to your friends about what you're going through, but it shouldn't it really shouldn't be you going through the same issue with every friend. I don't want to see an hour of that. I don't want to see 3 weeks of that.
Mhm.
Because here's the thing: I'm saying this season it's showing me that your life is not fabulous. So the title of your show lies, and I feel hoodwinked. Just saying, because
Not only that,
you say my big fat fabulous life. I
I
mean,
know.
you give me everything but fabulous.
Mhm. She's giving
I
us
mean,
misery by repeating the
right.
same miserable story to each and every one of her friends every episode. She's sucking us into the vortex of miserable Whitney.
Because when I say big when I think big fat fabulous life, I'm not looking at her weight. I'm looking at like what are you doing? Yes,
Mhm,
like you're overweight, but like what are you doing? Like like what do you have going on? Like this is not.
mhm,
I just kind of took it. I thought it was gonna be like your weight's not gonna stop you, and you're
mhm.
gonna achieve all your goals. And it seems like the last half of this season's been like a pity party, a woe is me type situation. It's like, well, I really don't want
Mhm.
to see that.
I wonder how her diehard fans who have followed her all these years and believed in the body positivity movement that she has been on all of these years, how they're taking the
Mhm.
news about her wanting to do the weight loss surgery. And like her brother said, if it were for a medical reason, to help improve your health or something like that. Like she said, I don't have diabetes. Well, no, she's going back up to pre-diabetic
Mhm,
range, but that could be because of the stress. But no blood pressure, no cholesterol. Like she has none of those other factors. She's just
mhm.
overweight. She has proven that she can lose weight with exercise. But my thing is, if it's just for the sake of saying, if I were lighter, if I weighed less, my life would be easier. I don't think she's taking into account that when you do these surgeries, it's not just about having a surgery and
No.
boom, the weight comes off. You have to start a physical fitness regime. You
Yep.
have to get a proper dietary plan and stick to it. She eats
Like
junk all the time and she's
like for
on
me
and off with the exercise.
it's I've been overweight. I've gotten in shape. I'm overweight again due to life. So now I have to start. Well, February 1st, I have to start a specific diet for myself because it works for me. I
Mhm.
don't like it, but I'm committed to it,
Mhm.
and it works. You can do it. It just you have to be consistent.
Mhm.
You have to mentally prepare yourself to do it.
Mhm.
And to me, I've never. She doesn't seem mentally preparing herself to go through a diet. Because people don't like the word diet. We'll
Mhm.
call it an eating program. You have to mentally get yourself in a space where you can do the eating program because that's
Mhm.
the biggest part. And she doesn't seem to want to do that. Like when she's out there in the lake throwing her top off and showing everything, like okay, cool, but like why how do you go from that to this? Like and I've seen nothing change. I mean, Chase has been broken up with you. So you really can't blame Chase for, this situation you're in now because when you guys went to the lake, you were already broken up with Chase. So you can't keep using that as an excuse.
Mhm.
So I
But
mean,
I'll
go ahead.
say this again. She's the queen of excuses.
Hmm.
Every season, she got an excuse for whatever dilemma she's going through. She's got an excuse.
And what also irritated me with this is that she brought something years ago, like, well, mom, when you said like I should just go ahead and have the surgery, that really hurt me at the time. I'm like, what? What?
Again,
Wait,
that's an excuse to have it because of
I'm
what
like,
her mother said to her in Korea 100 pounds ago.
I'm
Yeah.
like, what? Like, hold on, like, okay. I'm like, so you what your mama said,
A
like
decade
100 pounds
ago.
ago,
Mhm.
hurt your feelings.
Mhm.
But now you're saying the same things now 100 pounds heavier.
Mhm.
But your mother was wrong for saying it because she just was trying to be supportive. But now you're wanting to get the same surgery, but it's okay because it's you saying it.
It
And which
doesn't make
tells me,
sense.
and what tells me is that her mother. I'm guessing her mother just was trying to help her get to her goal weight and her goal health range.
Mhm.
Whereas now Whitney's just doing it because she feels her life would be better if she were thinner.
She also made a comment regarding the dad that he wanted to put her, I think it was on a diet when she was 130 pounds.
Right. I
She
was
she
like,
farms
oof,
out the excuses to everybody.
I did not like that because
Mhm.
basically you. Here's my thing, and this is the way I took it. I may have taken it wrong, and I'm going to try to frame this correctly. To me, it came across as like she was trying to blame her dad for her previous eating disorder.
Mhm.
I'm not sure if I'm over analyzing it, but when she said that, and then she came back a little bit later, I think, and said she had an eating disorder. I'm like, are you really sitting here blaming your father for your eating disorder?
It could be taken that way. It really could.
Okay, I was like,
Mhm.
that seems wrong.
It could be taken that way, but you also have to take Whitney with a grain of salt
Mhm. Oh yeah,
because she's been on this show 8 seasons now,
right.
and she knows the ins and outs
True.
of what makes good TV.
Hmm.
I think she miscalculated with this one, though.
Okay. I just want to make sure I wasn't overanalyzing. I know I
Mhm,
tend to do that, but I was like, wait a minute, hold up.
mhm.
But outside of her talking about her trying to get the surgery, I mean, I really didn't see anything of note in this episode. Did you?
It was another complaint fest, so it was snoozy. But what did you think about the segment where she's got herself on 3 new dating apps? I still wanna know what apps she goes on.
Right.
She never says, um, and, she takes the pictures with Buddy, and she uses the clothes that she would have had for her wedding events, um, to take new images of and Buddy was right. Nobody wants to see her in a mask because that the money shot is your face and
Use
then
your
your
face.
whole body.
Right.
And nobody wants to see you pumping gas.
Right.
Unless you're in a fabulous outfit like Dorit.
Now, yeah,
Then,
Dorit can
you
pump
know,
gas and post a photo, but
right.
but
So like
Dorit is sponsored allegedly.
so was she by Stitch Fix because she kept on dropping that
Oh,
in the
okay.
thing, saying, "Oh my
Yeah.
god, I've had boxes from Stitch Fix and I'm opening them now. These were supposed to be for my wedding weekend. My stylist at Stitch Fix really gets me." She was
Mhm.
sponsored. She was
God.
sponsored.
But
Um,
Dorit is sponsored by
mhm, and
Chanel
so was Christine.
and them Versace people too. So
Listen, a girl has to start somewhere.
exact. True. True. True.
But the clothes were cute. Put them to good use. You know, we've all been wearing, yoga pants and t-shirts, since the
Hmm.
pandemic started. So put on the clothes. Buddy took some really good pictures of her.
Yes.
Put
Mhm.
them up on the app. Start again. But if she complains one more time about negative comments back to her, I want to know exactly what app she's going on.
Exactly. Same here.
But I thought it was very supportive of him to do it. I thought it was very awkward for her to be showing her underwear. No one wants to see that, including Buddy. Um, let's see. And then it's the consultation with the doctor. What'd you think about the message that her father left her? Because remember when she went to visit them in Greensboro, she wanted
Right.
them, and I took that as all of them to be a part of the appointment.
Right.
But then only Hunter drives up, and I see, well, okay, I can see why
Right.
he's the young one. Her parents are elderly, like, less hazard for them.
Right.
But then the father leaves that message. Oh my God, let me see if I can find it. Well, he was kind of salty. He was like, "When you told us about this, I was under the impression that you wanted us to take part in the consultation. However, since we are not going to be there, um, I request an update as soon as possible." Like he was talking to somebody at his job. I thought
Right.
it was hysterical.
He was quite upset. I'm like, sir, it's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay. I
Well,
mean,
no, I can see that because he probably cleared his calendar.
exactly. He probably took out some time to work. Wasn't going nowhere. He wanted to be there, and like it's like you just ran off like a thief in the night.
Mhm.
So he's.
Mhm.
I think he was just upset because he wanted to be a part of the journey and be a positive, a positive voice for her. And he kind of felt. I think he just felt left out, honestly.
Or he doesn't always trust her judgment.
Well,
They do
well,
coddle her.
we'll take that too. But I'll go with like he felt left out.
Oh my god. Anything else in here?
Hmm.
Um,
Not for me. This was just like you said, another complaint fest, the same issue. All they really did was just add in the doctor visit. That's all.
oh my god. Let's hope that she can get this back on track with Ryan, though.
I do. I
They
hope
were
so.
looking at the various outdoor spaces for them to do, like,
Mhm.
in the same video instead of 2
Exactly.
videos. Um, and doing outdoor exercise is good, for everybody at this point. Um, if she could just get more real new content up on their platform, I think he would be happy.
Yeah, that's all he wants. He just wants to have new content. That's all.
I'm a little worried about the trip next week because he's
Oof.
invited her to Asheville and
Mm.
all of her friends. He's making the effort. He knows that he can be an a-hole, and he's going to try to turn that around and make nice with her friends, make nice with her, get them up to this big old house in Asheville. But the clips for next week don't look encouraging.
No. Mm-mm.
Ooh.
Yeah. But we'll wait for that because that actually looks interesting.
And that's the season finale, right?
Yeah, only took us 10 episodes to get to something interesting. Fantastic. I wonder if they're using the same production crew with Salt Lake City. Just want to know. Just asking
I'm not
for a friend.
even no comment. No
Asking for a friend. That's all.
no comment. Tell your friend
All right.
mind their business.
I will. I will.
Oh my God. Okay, so that was My Big Fat Fabulous Life, Season 8, Episode 12. Whitney gets her groove back. If you have any comments on this episode, if you feel like we're totally wrong or way off base on this, or if you agree with us, please let us know in the comments section. If you like our review, give us a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so that you'll be alerted every time that we send out new content. And until next time,
Bye.
bye.